all the time everyone is talking about these stocks. All the time everyone is talking about these stocks, and suddenly now everyone wants to own them, right? How many of you are having ITC and Z? How many of you are ITC and Z? Yes, of course, Bharti as well. Yes, Yogesh rightly pointed out Bharti as well. Even Idea, suddenly it struck a right chord, and people are also wanting to get into Idea. But Bharti and Idea will discuss as a telecom group some other time. But then right now, what is buzzing is ITC and Z. It has caught everyone by storm, and people are now wondering कि अब करना क्या है, right? A message on the group as to whether you should be watching Suryavansham on Z or Sony was a good one. So right now, this is the chart which I would like to share on Z. Okay, so this is a chart of Z, right? So let's take a look at Z, and let's try and understand what is happening in Z. So this is the charts of Z. Okay, so you can see here that the charts are very clearly poised to the upside, and it is indicating that yes, there is some strong steadfast move, and it has got full potential. Okay, it has got full potential to move up, and the way it is moving, it looks like it's not going to stop, right? That's what it is. It looks like it's not going to stop. So this strong move, okay, this strong move in Z, how can we read it better? How can we do a good job of looking at this is what we're going to see. So where do we go in NeoTrader? We go into Stock Analyzer, right? So Stock Analyzer is the best place to observe. Stock Analyzer is the best place to take a view on any stock, right, which is in the NSE 500, and you get a very good perspective of Z. So what I do is I put on the consolidated view, right? I put on the consolidated view, and when I put on the consolidated view, I get that Z has moved into strong buy. Okay, Z has moved into strong buy on intraday, on multi-day, and it is going into strong buy in positional, right? So what does this indicate? And the reversal is still at neutral. So is the move going to get over in Z? The move is still going to continue. Why? Because it is showing you a strong buy, and the positional is also now going to move into a strong buy. Well, right now, even this is at neutral, everything is at neutral. Okay, so intraday also everything is good, right? But then let's look at these two lines. We have very good clarity on any stock, right? On any stock basis, these two lines, correct? So we have discussed this before. So let's go and take a look at Z from this perspective. So when you take a look at Z, so you can see here that the year-to-date change has been 49%, right? Year-to-date change is at 49%. And the monthly change, right? Monthly change is at 94%. The weekly change is 30. So, and the day change is at 30. So essentially, whatever movement it has displayed this week, it has shown today, right? And from the year-to-date change, okay, from the year-to-date change, this is a monthly change, right? So this is a net off effect, and you can see here that the year-to-date change will change at the end of the month. But the monthly change, what is the monthly change? Monthly change is 94%. So it has already moved 94%. Okay, so it is a very strong move that you are seeing now in Z. All right. So having said that, if you want to take a look, right, if you want to take a look at how are we placed with regards to participation. So you can see here that these are the lines. Ichimoku is a very good concept. It's a one glance equilibrium chart. And for those who are not yet familiar with Ichimoku, I strongly advocate you can take a look at a video of trading with Ichimoku done by Dr. Narayan. It is a very, very detailed and beautiful webinar you can check out, and you get very, very good idea about how to use this tool. It's a brilliant tool. So there are many tools from Japan, which is Ichimoku, Heikin-Ashi, candlesticks, right? But out of these three, Ichimoku is one of our favorites. So you can go back and consider this. So what you're seeing here is the CS, which is mentioned here, this CS line, right? The CS line is your current market price. So you can see here that currently it is at 3333, and your nearest line, right? Your nearest line is at 266. So while your TS and KS, so this is a short term line, this is a medium term line, and this is for the forecast. So leave this aside, but when you just refer these, so you know that if the price drops from 333 till your nearest line, which is your TS line, which is 266, still the trend will not be disturbed, right? If a price drops from 333 to your TS line 266, still the trend will not be disturbed. So now when you consider this, you have seen that the overall trend is bullish. Now looking at the way the prices have moved, is there room to move ahead? Yes, there is room to move ahead. We will find that out. And how can we find that out? We can find that out if you scroll down, right? When you scroll down, you see that intraday it has gone into R4 plus mode, which is a extended mode. The positional has also gone into R4 plus mode, but still the positional is showing some more room. All right. So you can see here that the moves are getting extended for the week. All right. So again, let's scroll down further. So you can see here that this is the area where we engage into some pivot confluences, right? So when you take a look here, okay, when you take a look here at the pivot confluences and try and find out what is the kind of scenario which you can look at. Okay, what is the scenario which you can look at? You can see here that right now, all right, right now it is at 333, right? And if you were to consider the nearest confluence, so where is the nearest confluence which is emerging here? Yeah, come on friends, new trader family, which is the nearest confluence which is emerging here? All confluence champions, come on. I'm looking at the upside only because Z mein upside is something which we are looking at. So where can you see a confluence? Right, you can see when you take a look at this chart, you can see a confluence here at R2, right? You can see at R2, and you can see at multi-day. You can see at multi-day R3. Then you have got your R4, right? You got your R4. Clear? So you have got a confluence here. You got a confluence here. So this way you know that the upside is something which is there in your consideration. Now because it has shown such a rapid move, it will be very difficult for you to find confluence at every level. So at lower levels, the prices have already sped up quite a bit. So in such a scenario, what you got to do is you got to use your reaction into the dip zones and buy into. So now if you again go back to the chart, let's go back to the chart and let's find out what do we have in store. So this is the chart of Z, right? The chart of Z, and what is Z showing? Z is showing a daily RSI move at 80. So it is definitely in the overbought zone. Okay, it is definitely in the overbought zone, but yes, the trends are positive, so we should have a positive outlook. Having said that, let's try and find out what has happened to the prices. So if you take here from the drop, right? You take from the drop. So what are you finding? You are finding that it has gone towards 2.618. Today, the strong move, you can see here first what happened. Again, this is the power of Fibonacci. Fibonacci is a very, very powerful tool, and Fibonacci is something which you should learn so that it helps you to find targets, find out good support zones, good resistance zones. It is indeed a very, very powerful way to look at. So you can see here that first the test was at 1.618. Today the move was so strong that there was a strong gap up opening and prices have gone ahead to reach 2.618, right? So now when you take a look at the Fibonacci setup, so Fibonacci is largely used for finding out support resistance, right? And finding out exactly suitable places to buy or sell. Now, having said that, now you are seeing that the overall position has reached this level of 346. So now again, if you go back, right, again, if you go back to this chart of Z, right, if you go back to the stock analyzer setup of Z, so let me just open it, hang on. Yeah, so if you see here, 446, 346 was the level. So now you can see here that around 351 is your R1. Can you see this? 351 is your R1. So tomorrow, if prices travel above 351, so what essentially it has done is it has crossed 2.618 and it has also crossed R1. Right? It has crossed 2.618 and it has crossed R1. So if the momentum is so strong, then you can enter the trade even above this. But please be aware that when the prices have expanded so much, the probability of the trade to continue in this manner every day is not possible, right? That's where the concept of pivot comes into play. So be very careful, and probably it could take a rest and then it may continue. So you know that this stock is in action, you know that this stock is showing some trend, so you can participate in that stock. Having said that, when you scroll to the top, you know that this stock has moved so much in this month itself. So when a stock is showing so much of movement, you got to be very careful, because no stop loss is correct. No stop loss is correct because it may take away your stop loss and then again resume the trend. So what is the best way? If you have not entered the stock, use pullbacks to buy into, because this trade will engage in lot of volatility, because at this point everyone is trying to get into Z. Clear? Everyone is trying to get into Z, but then the overall momentum suggests that the bias should be positive, but look at some pullback and buy into, because the move is extended right now. So you can see here that overall prospects remain good. So any pullback you can look at, and when you take a look at the pullback, you got here very good pullback zones. So suppose you go for an hourly chart, you can see here that the consolidation here, right? The consolidation here is a good zone around 310. So what you got to do is you can either put a moving average band, or you can use the pivot levels for tomorrow, and any dip near the pivot levels, right? So we saw the pivot levels. You can check the pivot levels, 323, 325. These are the pivot zones. So any pullback near the pivot zones, if prices are showing some reaction from the pivot, that would be a good way to participate into Z for tomorrow. All right. So this was the Sleeping Beauty stock number 1. So now let's go to the Sleeping Beauty stock number 2, right? So this is a stock which has been discussed, debated, and probably everyone wants to, or rather were participating in this stock, but they never bothered after a long point in time. So this is a chart of ITC. You can see here ITC, right? What happened in ITC was a very long gestation period, right from December 2020 till September 21. All it has done is just move sideways, just move sideways. But then I thought that let me check out some trend. We were not getting a trend in ITC. ITC is something which everyone has been participating in, right? And you can see here that everyone were trying to use this as an investment bet. And now what has happened is, after spending some time in consolidation, you can see here, right? As per the ADX DMI setup, there has been sufficient consolidation until now, right? Until now. So you can see here several sets of rounding pattern has been formed. Several sets of rounding pattern has been formed, and eventually you got this breakout, right? This was a much awaited breakout, and once this breakout emerged, you had a very strong move, right? Very strong move. And this is what is the scene on ITC. So if you were to pull it up on Stock Analyzer, okay, and you take a combined view. So what you see here? You see here that currently the move is only so much. Yeah, year to date is so much, and this month it has moved 15%, which is very unlike for ITC. And the weekly change is 5%. So ITC is giving us more room. But then, of course, your currently it's at 243, right? It's at 243, and we are looking at a pullback zone towards 228. So anyway, any pullback between 242 and 228 can be considered as a buy opportunity. Why? Because the multi-day and the positional, right? The multi-day and the positional are on very strong wicket. The multi-day and the positional are on very strong wicket, and it is clearly indicating that it is good from a multi-day perspective. Intraday is still not so good, so I would advise that don't go in for an intraday. If you want to go for intraday, among the sleeping beauty, Z is better, and ITC is good for a multi-day play, because the multi-day, even the scores are quite good, right? The scores are quite good, and it is indicating that there is a strong potential for the stock to go up, right? So you can see that overall prospects remain good. And when you look at the cluster zones, right? When you look at the cluster zones, you can find out that it is at a very good spot, right? Yes, can you tell me what are the cluster zones you are observing now? Yeah, what are the cluster zones you are observing now? Yeah, currently it is at 243, right? It is at 243. Higher levels, you are having this as a cluster zone. Currently it has traded above this zone, right? Traded above this zone. You can say 243, 245. It is traded above this zone. So you have got a very good potential emerging tomorrow. So now on the charts, the charts did take a break, right? So if you take a look at the charts, there is a doji formation which is indicating a halt. But then you can, if you take a look here, it has crossed the high of Feb 21. It is at the yearly high. It is at a yearly high, and definitely it is indicating some promise. Now, if you use your retracements, you can see that yesterday it crossed the 2.618 levels also. So any pullback near 239 also, and if it continues to hold at 239, it is also the Feb highs. So that could also be a good dip in ITC to consider. So overall prospects remain good. The DI is very strong. ADX is very strong. So overall prospects are very positive. And like we saw using the stock analyzer, the prospects of this setup to move higher is very good. So I hope you got some idea on how to analyze ITC, how to use the charts, how to use a stock analyzer, and how to participate in the market, right? I especially took up these two stocks because these two stocks are something which we always wanted to participate, and Z was a trader's favorite, and ITC was the favorite of the investors. So traders and investors both have got a surprise now. ITC and Z are moving. And when you take a look at the stock analyzer and when you start using that into your analysis, you will be able to get a much deeper insight into the whole market setup. And that's how you will be able to be a consistent and profitable trader, right?